51 years ago, this August, I was at the March on Washington, standing at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial. And I'll always remember the riveting words of Dr. King when he said he hopes to live and see a day when people will be judged by their character, not by the color of their skin. He was talking about his children, he was talking about me, and some 50 years later, he's talking about my kids. So frequently I have stepped out boldly, sometimes where places others refused to go. If I saw a situation that needed some kind of response, I sometimes would step out. Sometimes I would fall and stumble and scratch my knee and make a fool out of myself. Other times people would join me with, in the endeavor.
My father is a man with impeccable character, very high morals and principles, and is a very outstanding citizen. I nominated him because he practices those characteristics in his everyday lifestyle, and whether that means he goes out of his way to help someone else or fight for someone else's benefits or stick up for someone else, my father will be there and be present. And so for that reason, I believe he is an outstanding Iowa citizen with impeccable character.
Oftentimes in my life, I have marched to the beat of a different drum. Sometimes I was the only person marching, and sometimes the drum only had one drumstick. But nonetheless, I always looked at situations, whether there was a moral imperative to respond or not. And oftentimes I posed the following question to myself: if not me, then who? If not me, why not? So I don't always go with the flow, go with the crowd. Sometimes that's an easy venue to take. Other times it's hard to march by yourself.
My family and I have great family friends that live in Africa. Bishop Samuel Penny and his family. Bishop Samuel Penny has told my family of refugees that have had to seek shelter at a refugee camp because of all the violence surrounding their home area. And my father has reached out and sent money their way and food, and we have sent prayers their way to make sure that they know that they're not alone. People are very joyful when they're in his presence, and they're excited to see him, and they're happy that he's around. So there's a lot of positive reinforcement coming from the community.
Well, quite frankly, initially when one of the staff members from Character Counts called me, I posed the following query to the woman, the staff person. I said, this surely must mean I was the only nominee if I received the award. She told me I wasn't, but I'm still not convinced. So that being said, even if I was the only nominee, it's a great honor, something which I really question whether I deserve or not. Always aspiring to be more than what I've been. I'm far from getting there yet, even this in the winter of my life. So I was pretty blown out of the water, as we used to say.
I just think people need to know that my father is a very special man with very high morals, impeccable character, and a very generous, warm-spirited, warm-hearted individual.